is not only known for topping country charts, but the drum sounds on his records stand out as well. Stick around to see how we achieved them without using any samples. Singer-songwriter Luke Combs started out his career in 2014. Since then, his music has continuously been gaining popularity, which earned him 3 Grammy nominations to date. Living in Nashville, Tennessee, Luke has access to the world's top session musicians to play on his records, as well as some of the best producers and mixing engineers in the business. This is evident in one of his most popular songs, Beer Never Broke My Heart. Check out how fat yet clean the drums sound on this song. Luke Combs' drummer for live gigs is Jake Sommers. Since both Jake and some of Luke's studio drummers frequently go back and forth between differently sized drums, it's difficult to say what exactly was used on the record. But since we recently got a new Ludwig Vistalite kit in a red sparkle smoke finish, we decided to use it to recreate this sound. The acrylic drum sizes are 24x14, 13x9, and 16x16, along with a 14x6.5 inch snare. This kit was a great starting point for the sound we wanted to achieve. We started by cutting a 5-inch porthole into the reso head of the bass drum in order to put a microphone inside. We kept the stock power stroke heads on both sides, and Pascal tuned them pretty low, with the reso head being slightly higher than the batter. He put in 2 blankets for muffling, which focused the sound and made for a low and punchy kick drum sound. For the snare, we put on a Remo-coated Emperor head. This head gives us some slightly darker tonal qualities compared to a single-ply head. Besides that, its double-ply construction enhances its durability, which is probably the reason why Jake Sommers uses this type of snare head live. The tuning on both heads is medium, with the reso head being higher than the batter. Now for the most important part in getting the low, fat sound we're looking for. A big fat snare drum dampener. Placing this device on a snare reduces overtones, while the weight of it adds to the sustain and fundamental tone. When played with rim shots, you get the high-end attack of the stick hitting the rim, as well as the low, focused fundamental without a lot of mids. This allowed Pascal to get close to the original, which was most likely sample enhanced, but without actually using any in the mixing process. Here's the result. For the toms, we decided to keep the stock heads since their silver dots not only look great, but also enhance the drum's attack. Pascal tuned both toms pretty low and a fifth apart from each other. After some dampening of the overtones, with a few Remo crown gels and some tape rolls, here's the tom sound we ended up with. To complete the kit, we chose a set of Zildjian cymbals, which come close to what Jake Sommers currently uses on tour with Luke Combs. We chose a pair of 15-inch fat hats, a 20-inch K-Sweet Crash, a 22-inch K-Ride, a 22-inch K-Paper Thin Crash, and a 20-inch Z-Custom China. To mic it all up, we used a spaced pair of Beyerdynamic M70 Pro X's as both overheads and room mics. For the kick, we used a TGD70 inside the drum as a basis and an MC740 in front of the reso head for some more low end. We went with M88s on the toms and our trusty setup of M201s on snare, top and bottom, along with an MC930 as a secondary top mic for more body and an M70 Pro X on the shell to capture mostly the attack. Just in case, we also set up an MC930 for the hi-hat, but Pascal didn't use it in the mix. Before we get to the result, have you checked out ArtOfDrumming.com yet? It's a completely free platform where tons of drum lessons with some of the world's best drummers are waiting for you. Since the site is free and we want to keep providing that for you, there's a chance to donate in the description of this video. Every small amount helps us sustain our work. Thank you so much for your support. Now let's listen to Pascal's version of Beer Never Broke My Heart.
Bust my line, a couple beautiful girls tell me goodbye. Trucks break down, dogs run off, politicians lie, been fired by the boss. It takes one hand to count the things I can count on. No, there ain't much man that ain't ever let me down. Long neck, ice cold beer never broke my heart. Like diamond rings and football teams are torn this boy apart. Like a neon dream, it just don't know me. The bars in this guitar and long neck ice cold beer never broke my heart.
Since we usually try to get two perspectives on a drum sound, we also looked at the hit song When It Rains It Pours from Luke Combs' debut album This One's For You, which was released in 2017. This time, the drums sound a little more compact and less massive compared to Beer Never Broke My Heart. The drummer on this song was Jerry Rowe from Nashville. Take a listen.
Then I won $100 on a scratch-off ticket, bought 2 12-packs and a tank of gas with it. She swore they were a waste of time, all but she was wrong. I was calling number 5 on the radio station, won a 4-day, 3-night beach vacation. Deep sea senorita fishing down in Panama. And I ain't gotta see my ex-future mother-in-law anymore. Oh Lord, when it rains, it pours.
To recreate this sound, the only thing we had to change was to remove the big fat snare dampener, which coincidentally raised the snare's pitch to exactly what can be heard on When It Rains It Pours, and put on a small remote crown gel for a bit of overtone reduction. The snare now sounded like this. Now, here's the full mix.
Sunday morning, man, she woke up fighting mad, bitching and moaning on and on about the time I had. And by Tuesday, you could say that girl was good as gone. And then when Thursday came around, I was all alone. So I went for a drive to clear my mind, ended up at a Shell on I-65. Then I won $100 on a scratch-off ticket, bought 2 12-packs and a tank of gas with it. She swore they were a waste of time, all but she was wrong. I was calling number 5 on the radio station, won a 4-day, 3-night beach vacation. Deep sea senorita fishing down in Panama. And I ain't gotta see my ex-future mother-in-law anymore. Oh Lord, when it rains, it pours.
Did you like our recreation? Do you have any other video ideas? Tell us in the comments. Also, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. We have a lot more coming. See you soon.
When she heard about my newfound luck on that FM